Hi Virgo, it's Chronic Joy Tarot here. This is going to be your mid-ish monthly update. I was a little under the weather last week. My intention was to get mid-month updates done, by the 15th, but I wasn't feeling it. So it's harder when you're a little ill. It's hard to tap into the intuition sometimes. So I took a little break for myself and feeling back on top of it now though. So I think we're good. I think we are good. I'm going to just run, I'm using the Ascended Masters deck here, the Oracle deck from Doreen Virtue, to pull a guidance here for sort of a theme for the next couple weeks for you. And then I'm pulling, of course, from the Osho Zen Tarot deck to get guidance on that reading to figure out exactly how to proceed. Okay, let me see. Let me just check the camera here and make sure that we're not off focus or off. Yeah, you can't really see them all, huh? Let me move this. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so our guidance here this next couple weeks, what we want to focus on here. Oh, interesting. I pulled right. Right, not right correct, in case you're not viewing and you're only listening, but right as in the written word. So yeah, so we're guided to maybe journal. If you are literally a writer, this is a good sign for you. Or you're also just guided to make sure that your communications are clear when communicating with others. So let's see how the reading goes and see if we can. I'm going to take this first. The first thing that came to mind was simple journaling, like writing down your feelings or express yourself in writing for yourself personally. And then you can also take this as if you are a blogger or a creative writer or a journalist, that that's your focus as well. But I'm the first level that I'm taking this as is for like journaling. Okay, your starting point. This is your starting point. Oh yeah, the control card. So this is a mind card. This is the it's sort of a, if you can see even the figure in this picture. I don't know if you're familiar with the rest of the Zen deck that I usually pull from, but this illustration is quite angular. It's very symmetrical. It's in order. It's kind of locked in, and that sense of needing to control really shows up with all those hard angles and stuff. Not a bad thing if you also realize it's not a bad thing to want to control certain aspects of your life, like daily schedules and certain things like that. It's not a horrible thing. However, when it crosses over into the belief that you have control over the occurrences in your life, and that is sort of a false sense of empowerment and security, so that when things start to go a little wonky, because that's what life is, it's crazy, it comes at you, it keeps unfolding, it keeps coming at you, and you really don't have control. Then if you believe that, then when the things start happening that are sort of out of step or out of line, you feel like a failure, or you feel you feel paralyzed or uneasy, like you can't proceed. And what we're guiding you to do here, Virgo, is to realize that you have control over your response to anything that happens in life. You have control over your response. You don't have control over what happens or how things turn out. Especially if you're talking about with another person, with a group, at work, with another human being that they have their own set of ideals and ways of seeing things, and their own sort of MO, how to move through life. You're going up against that and trying to control that. It's really going to set you up for some disappointment in the long run. For a while, if we're really in the zone and we're making things happen, it feels like we have control. But the truth is, the only control you have is over your response to the occurrences in your life. and you do have control over that. You have control over the way you perceive it, the thoughts that go through your mind, and the way you respond. So self-empowerment starts there. And as far as connecting that to the right card, I would say if you feel a loss of control lately, or a sense that you're not on top of it or whatever, first go back to the premise that I will control the way I respond to these people or these situations, and then perhaps write and express. Maybe remind yourself in your writing that your power lies within you only, or whatever. So I'm going to read more, but I'm going to try to see how it all ties into that right card, because that's quite interesting. So remember, this spread's called the Flying Bird. This is where you're starting. This is your point you're at now. This position is called the Fear of Flying, and this is the one card that can hold you back from your progress. Okay? And now that I see it, it makes a lot of sense. I pulled Suppression. So this card is saying, holding things in, tamping down your feelings, tamping down who you really are in, important life situations, or even in just your daily life, day after day, is going to result in, no progress. You'll stay stuck. And I think that if you feel suppressed, and if you feel like things are being held back within you, and you're not really being expressing your true self in a gentle, loving way, then the writing will help. It will help to release that. It'll sort of like if you think of a faucet that is locked tight, that's kind of what could be going on within you. And if you start to write, you might be able to loosen that faucet a little bit and let the drip start to flow. Okay? In your external world, if you can master this and go ahead and express yourself a little more often in a gentle, loving way, you'll find that life flows more easily, for sure. This is so important. So remember, start with the thought that I don't really control anything that happens except the way I see and go about my life. I'm only harming myself if I hold in my true beliefs and my true self, and the thoughts I have. And life can be a lot easier if I sort of release that suppression. This doesn't mean to go off on people and to start to point fingers and blame and really go off on people with anger and letting things explode out of you. This means to find a balanced, loving way to be yourself and express yourself without feeling like anybody else owes you anything or has to respond. Remember, they don't have to respond in kind to the way that you need them to, because that's needing control. So you'll find an easier flow as you go along, and the writing obviously is going to help crack that open if this is what you're going through. Remember, these readings are general. It's going to tap into some of you and not all of you. And being a Virgo, it could either be your sun sign, your ascending, or your moon. So remember, look on some of the other videos if this one isn't resonating for you. The next step down the line is this card called Schizophrenia. Now, I don't think you're crazy. I'm not saying that. This is a sort of a sense of indecisiveness, caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't know how to proceed. I want to take the right, I want to take the left. And this is another mind card, obviously. And I'm saying, what I'm getting is that the combined energies of these two here, the sense of needing to control and the suppression, if we don't have that outlet, gentle way to let things show up from within you, then you could go into a more mental game of cat and mouse within yourself, sort of really unsettling feeling of off your center, or off your game. Okay, if you can remember that there is, if you look closely, let me show you. This figure here is the hands are clinging to one ledge and the toes are clinging to another, and it's like, oh, do I let go of my hands? Do I let go of my feet? Like, which one do I do first? I'm going to go falling. The guidance for this energy is to simply let go of both. Just let go and let go, really let go of the need to control, I think, and that's going to ease your progress. It'll ease everything. If you can master that and get that being your true self in a loving way and trusting and just letting that need to control go, not only will your life feel more flowing and easy, especially if you write and express these things, but you will have success. You will feel personal success. You may have success. If you are a writer professionally, you'll feel more successful as far as your specific writings, your specific articles. They just feel more authentic to who you are. And of course that could also mean like physical real world success, like financial, but I'm looking more into your personal growth success, which is really important. It's an important foundation for anyone to move forward, right? Okay, and then the insight to this flow of energies is this card called Innocence. So you have this wise old sage here. He has lived a long life. He knows so much. You can come to him for almost any answer. Yet if you watch him, he's just in awe and in wonder of the simplest, the little grasshopper in nature. It's beautiful to him, as if he's seeing it for the first time. So I'm feeling like there may be some sort of sense of refreshment for your soul, for your spirit, for if you're a writer, maybe you'll find a new, maybe you'll release a block and find a new flow for yourself as far as the writing goes. Or if this is a separate issue that you're having, maybe with another or at your job, then just simply jotting down your feelings, maybe even just writing like a mantra, like, my life is back in the flow, or things are always working out for me, or find something to just sort of release this feeling of I'm out of control, I can't express myself. You need to release that feeling. I think at the beginning of the month, Virgo, your reading was on managing your stress, and this could be also a continuation of that, if that was resonating with you. I just want you to know it really is okay. You just need to sort of change your paradigm a little bit. Change the way you approach people or approach things. Find that loving voice that's within you, that's within all of us, to express yourself. And practicing some journaling or writing could get you there. And of course, the apex of this reading, the outcome of it all, if you can master these energies, is healing. This is all going to have a healing effect on your body, mind, and soul. It'll have a healing effect on your relationship with others, if this is what you feel your sticking point is, or your lack of control is rooted in. This process is, it's a natural process of life. I think as humans, we so rely on our logic and our reason, and it's a very beautiful tool, the mind. But following, what's in us and our heart and what is within us that needs to be expressed is really important to try to strike a balance. I feel for you, Virgo. I get into these energies a lot myself and have to pull back and remind myself, it's okay. Everything will always work out. It does. I write, and I'm actually, this whole channel, Chronic Joy, is a vision of mine to be a blog, a positive oriented blog. And eventually you may see Chronic Joy Tarot just molding into sort of a bigger endeavor. And the tarot part will just be part of it, but the blog will be there, and there's other ideas that I have for it. So it's funny that, the writing, I love to write to express myself and to unlock these things. But for now, I use those writings just as sort of my personal journal. But, who knows? Someday I may be blogging along with the best of them. Who knows? For you, Virgo, I would say, I know you love order. I know you love that. And I know you have a strong ethic for yourself and for others in your life. Don't let it take over, the whole of your spirit, though. Have it in a healthy way. Know that, you have control over your response to things, but that in order to ease up those tense feelings, first of all, start writing or continue to write, and then know that, you can release some of this energy and you'll feel a reset. You'll feel like you're starting, from a whole new level. Okay? Best to you, Virgo. I hope you have a good rest of June, and I will talk to you again in July. Take care.